Hello and welcome to Side Gigs. This is Malik and Abro, and we have a brand new episode of Match Week Echoes. Fifth episode for you guys. Mr. Abro, welcome on board.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much, Malik sir, for having me. Yes, we are back with another Match Week Echoes, the fifth segment after the Match Week
Premier League
just concluded. So, hope everybody is fine, doing great, and like the weekend, also enjoyed their weekend.
Yeah. We really hope that your weekend have gone very good. Right. So, Mr. Abro, let's get on to with the matches. Let's get on with it.
Yes.
What are we reviewing in the first? As a first.
I think
match?
We'll start with going at the MX where Brighton took on Tottenham. It was
Tottenham versus Brighton.
Very attractive fixture. I mean, end to end. I must say, because it was a game of two halves for me.
Yes,
and I think Brighton did well to score. They basically surprised Tottenham with the approach.
Yeah,
and in the middle they lacked that cunning edge, because Baleva is not the same player since the day he was linked with Man United, and of course after the game post match, their manager also taken this into account, and he also told the media that Baleva's head is not there at the moment, is not performing up to the level he should be doing. So that was the only talking point in the game, because Baleva is not up to the level. But having seen the game, Brighton was very much into it, and they were like in a word, from the word go, they took their game to Tottenham, and Tottenham had no answers till they got into the game. And the second half, Tottenham have enough firepower, and with Thomas Frank in charge, we have seen that when they beat City and the likes of Richarlison have a very good season, they had a very good start also. Yeah. So in the end, I think fair result 2-2 was very, very good.
Yeah. So at home, Brighton, drawing against Tottenham, I think this is still a fair result for them.
Yes.
Right. So this was the first match that we reviewed. The second match, I think this is a big one, right?
Yes, we are heading towards Liverpool for the Merseyside derby.
Oh, the Merseyside derby. Yeah. Liverpool against Everton.
Yes. I think in all 5 games, what we've seen with Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think they've got serious luck on their side, because the way Everton came back, the way Everton showed character in that game. In the equalizer would have been, I could have seen the equalizer coming, because Liverpool was like defending for their lives at the times, and they were like nerves in that team. And I think this game was not, this would be remembered for some ugly, I would say, unfair decisions, unfair refereeing decisions. I think.
But that is a big question.
David
I think
Moyes
this is
in post-game talk also highlighted this.
True.
And as a fan, we need to see that fair play in every game. If you are allowing minutes to be added on, that's a talking point for me, because if you look back, the entire 9 games out of 10, we have more than 5 minutes. I think the game itself was marked with some unusual refereeing decisions, and I think Liverpool was nervous.
I think this was the highlight of the match.
Look at the season. The way season started. In the last couple of seasons, we don't see the same standard followed for every team in every game.
And I think I would agree with this, and a lot
of the match officials.
True. So a lot of fans also agree with this fact that you have to create. There are guidelines and there are rules, and then there is the temperament of the match that is felt by the referee, and that is the decisions are based on those. Now here, as we have seen,
I think the more
in the first 5 match weeks, what we have seen is that there seems to be impartiality in the referees while giving out decisions, because they are not following a single type of a rationality with both teams. And when you have the likes of Manchester City or Liverpool, particularly playing, so this gets too obvious and this gets too often. But other than this, the questionable, VAR and the official bit, I think from Everton, I think Jack Grealish and Tarkowski, they were phenomenal. They were right on top of their game. Uh, Although Jack Grealish was heavily marked, did not found many openings to create good opportunities, but still he was at the very top of the game. He
It
continuously
was a
pushed
very,
on from his flank.
it was a very, it was not a free flowing game. It was a
No, it
very
was
tight
not.
game. I mean,
No, it
yes,
was a
Liverpool
very
got
tight game. Yes.
goals ended or they wanted because they played some very good football. But again,
Yes.
having said that, for 90 minutes, if you look at the game,
Yeah.
it was a very tight game. I mean, Everton,
Yeah.
since they scored, they pulled one back. I mean, they were in
Yeah.
it.
They were in
And
it.
we could
Yes.
sense the Liverpool crowd sensing it, nervousness around them.
Yeah.
So I think by giving 3 minutes added on, you're not setting up the right precedent to be followed.
Right.
They were basically searching for an equalizer once they
Yeah.
pull one back after 2-1. I mean, they you could see the signs. They were long balls. Of course, this is how Everton plays. I mean, you don't find high quality players in Everton because of
Yeah.
the budgeting constraints of their of course for mid-tier
And their natural
what do you
form
expect? I mean,
and
Liverpool
their
with all
natural
their
gameplay is this. I mean, they
with all
play
the
long
strength
ball,
they
they
have,
play high ball. This
squad
is
they
how to
have,
play.
of course, they always play a long ball. Of
Yeah.
course, I mean, they you should have given them the fair play to
Yeah.
at least get a chance of making the equalizer.
Yeah.
But again, this was not the right way to end the game or to
True.
this game won't be remembered for the right frame of mind or to say that Liverpool win the game. But again, there were lots of question marks.
I mean, how this match ended, a couple of discussions that would also
Okay,
remain
I think
associated with this, a stigma of bad decisions or unfair refereeing that we
with
would
this game,
find.
yes,
Yeah, so it
that
would
is unfair
obviously
play.
a
Unfair
stigma that
play.
would
But in
remain
the
with
end,
this
of
match.
course, points. In the end, points is all what matters, and Liverpool came up with another 3 points.
Yeah,
I call it love.
they did.
Fair play, but they are still sitting on the top of the table with 15
Yeah,
points out of 5, so 100% record. Let's see
yeah.
how they goes.
Right. So this was the second match review that we conducted. Moving on to our final bit before we have another segment. So the last match, Mr. Abro.
Yeah, we're going to Old Trafford. It was again a very cracker of a game. Chelsea visiting Old Trafford,
Oh yes.
World Club, World Champions, of
Oh
course,
yes.
but it was not the right
Yeah.
manner in which Chelsea approached. I mean, of course, the Bayern defeat would have,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I mean, incorporated in that. So the
Yeah.
mindset of Chelsea players were a bit lethargic in their approach, and United started the game in blistering fashion. I mean, they wanted to win the most.
Yes.
This looks like it.
Yes.
And of course, the Sanchez red card didn't help Chelsea scores because they
Right.
handed it
So,
over to United. The momentum shifted, and it was
but
all United till Casemiro's second.
yeah. I mean, so this was a cracking game. This was bound to be one.
Yeah.
I think we saw Manchester United improving in this. The 4 weeks early that they've played in this season. So we have seen them improving,
Against Arsenal.
and this fixture was bound to be a cracking one. Ever since Jose's time, Chelsea and Manchester United uh, definitely give you a worthwhile football match, right? To every fan, even to the neutrals.
I think
So
from last decade, I think
yeah,
it's not a happy hunting ground for Chelsea. They've
no.
since
This has not been.
they haven't won a game at Old
Yeah,
Trafford. I mean,
yeah.
this is something they need to
And
look
the
upon.
fact that it was heavily raining, it was downpouring like anything.
Oh, it was heavily
It also
down.
did not
It
help,
was
right? So
you can see the puddles in the outfield. I mean, you can
yes,
see the puddles. The
yes.
ball was
So
stopping.
that also did not help at all.
Help also.
But
Of course.
then, I mean, this there are a couple of other bits too that I think I would like to highlight. That is the starting 11, having Cole Palmer, on the starting 11, and then substituting him right away in the very early on in the match. does not make any sense to me at all, by the way. I mean, he is recovering from an injury. He should not have been part of this match. This was a rainy fixture. It was, it was heavily downpouring. So he should not have been in this starting 11. He should have rather have been brought up late in the match. The last 10-15 minutes maybe should have been good for him. So one of the the issues that I have found in this match. So the other one, obviously, the sending off of Sanchez. It was a stupid tackle. It was crazy. Nobody in the right frame and right sense of their mind would ever do this. And that too. Then again, that too in a match where it is raining heavily, you lose your you lose your
I
body
think
control, your posture, when it is raining that heavily. And that was not a tackle to go for at all. I mean, this was not a clearance that was needed.
I
Uh,
I agree. I think Mariska also rightly pointed out that we would have loved to lose a goal than a man.
yeah,
So I think
exactly.
this wasn't needed at all. He should have stayed
Acha,
where
and a
he was.
man, and that too, Mr. Abro, if you see down at the bench, I mean, they don't have another ready, a substitute goalkeeper who you can rate as good as your primary goalkeeper. You don't have
Sanchez,
that.
yes.
So, I mean, in this capacity, Sanchez should have been even more responsible, knowing that it's not just, losing one man, it's losing the goalkeeper, and that makes a difference. Well, especially
Of
when
course.
you're, visiting Old Trafford, this would make a difference, and it did make a difference. And very early on after that, it made a difference, and there's two superb goals, two superbly, finished goals. But then again, I think another issue that I would highlight is I did not see Chelsea eager enough to defend the ball. In both instances, when the ball found the back of the net, they were not eager enough to make the jump, to make their body as a block, and uh, try to some create some hindrance for the attacker to deny their chances of scoring the goal. So I think the defensively also, this was the first half, and I think these are the couple of issues that I found in the
I
match.
think when you start Chelsea should have come out of second half from the blocks because this was 10v10. So they
Yeah,
should have had the more position. In fact, they didn't test
yeah.
United defense in
Nice.
second half also.
Mr. Abro, they substituted Pedro Neto with Cole
Yeah.
Palmer, and then
Flurry
the
of substitution, basically.
yeah.
Flurry of substitution.
So the left flank was almost not working at all, and on the right side, Reece James, whatever crosses were produced were done by James only. So, I mean, a dull match from the attack point of view. However, there is, for all the young, particularly for the young fans, down in the second half of the match when both teams were down to 10 men. So then there was something, on exhibition that is very rarely seen, and that was how they both, if you bar all the tension and anxiety and spirit of the game that was going on in this fixture. But other than this, there was a technical aspect too. Whenever any of the time, side had the possession of the ball and they tried to create an attack, knowing that other team is also down to 10 men. So how they spread across the field, so across the both sides of the field to make the defense as thin as possible. Now, this is something that you don't normally see happening in football nowadays. So, a very classic move that was adopted by both the both teams when they were planning an attack in the second half, particularly when they were both short one man. But a cracking fixture, a lovely two goals for Manchester United. Peachy three
Yeah,
points from this
very
fixture.
important 3 points
Yes,
for
yes.
United.
As a neutral, we would be safe to say that this match also gave a lifeline to Emorium. You know,
Yes, absolutely, yes. There's no doubt.
because
I
there
mean,
was
he's breathing.
yes, he
All
is
the
breathing.
fuss.
Yes.
Around him after the final whistle, he was like very, very relaxed. I
Very
mean, it was like he
relaxed.
was
Yes.
breathing. It's a huge win for Morim. It gives him a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
It gives him at least another couple of games to look into it, because
Yeah.
he's on a very. I mean, for me, he's very sort of walking on a thin line at the moment,
Yeah.
because people wants to see a result.
Yeah.
United having not playing the midweek fixture should, I mean, act like this on
Yeah.
every game week. They
Yeah.
should be
I
on
mean,
opposition's faces.
they should.
No
Yes.
matter
Yes.
no matter the result is, I mean, they should show the approach, the
The
intent.
approach.
I mean, this game, there was the intent of United. They want
Yes.
to win the
Intent.
most.
Intent.
The
Intent.
hunger was there.
The hunger
So,
was
what is
there.
the problem doing this every
Yes.
game?
Take this
To be
and play
counted.
this as an advantage as it is.
Absolutely, to be
Yes.
counted.
Yeah.
So, or again, I mean, this is a long season. If you
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
at the
Yeah. A
table,
very long
which
season.
we are going to come up again on the table right now, the standings will show, Malik Saab, that
Yeah.
after 5 matches,
Yeah.
I mean, United have played three of the top teams: Chelsea,
Ah. Yes.
City, and Arsenal.
Yes.
Nobody expected them to win all these three big games.
Nobody
And
is.
if
Yes.
you look at the other teams, if you
Yeah.
look at the other
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
teams,
Yeah.
in Chelsea is 1 point ahead, City is level with the United right now,
Yeah.
and Arsenal is what 2 to 3 points ahead. So
Yes.
I mean, there is not doom and gloom at the moment. They need to pick
No.
it
No. No.
up
No.
now.
Exactly. Particularly on the fixtures, jo, I mean the big ticket matches, particularly on those. Because वहीं पे every player and every fan expectations actually aligns with the high ticket matches, the big ticket matches. And this is where they just say they played against Chelsea, right? They need to have the same energy and same approach, mental approach, the same mental approach in
Every game,
every big
yes.
ticket game at least. So people, if you are not up to the mark, and if you're being a bit tired, a bit lazy in say against Wolverhampton, that might be forgotten. But if you have played good against Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, and etc. So I think this is important. Expectations, the fans' expectation and their fulfillment. But I think United had a lovely fixture. The crowd was in full swing. The first half was dictated by rain, but a lovely 3 points, two very good goals, and two very sloppy defenses by Chelsea, ending up, conceding two goals. But other than this, I think this was, every bit of a football that every neutral fan
I think
enjoys.
I think this also gives Maresca some lessons too, because he cannot play the same 11,
No,
having played the game on
I
Wednesday
think
night
our
and coming at Old Trafford on Saturday. You just can't
yes,
have those same 11 playing all
I
again and
think
again. Especially Cole
we
Palmer, when I'm hearing that Cole Palmer has just
yeah,
passed a fitness status at Old Trafford before the game. This
yeah,
should have not, I mean, started the game.
yes.
He should have not
Acha,
started.
and also in the substitution, I mean, they were right to bring Mason Mount back on field, but I
Oh,
think this
that's a boost
also
for United.
lagged.
Punian,
Garnacho should have been, if not in the
I think
starting
yes,
11,
he should
he
have
should have
played
been brought up, on the field. He should have been
for their
a
advantage,
part of the
because he
game.
knows some players. Yes,
Particularly in this fixture, I think good 3 points for Manchester United, much needed 3 points for Manchester United, and a wake up call for Enzo Maresca. He has a big squad. He needs to go in the depth of it and find combinations and contrast that works for him. You cannot stick
in both,
with the
yes,
with the
of
amount of
course, in Europe
matches.
and Premier League.
Yes, with the amount of matches they have to play, he needs to have at least two or three sets of starting 11 that he can juggle around, depending on the nature of the game and the condition of the players. So I think this is all for the third fixture. We have the Super Sunday fixture, lined up, that we would be discussing with a very special fan from one of those sides. So stay tuned, and we'll see you shortly. Right?
Yes, I agree.
Right. So welcome back, and we have our special guest with us on call now, Mr. Abra. Would you like to introduce him?
Yes, surely. We have a very special guest from Dubai. He's an through and through Arsenal supporter. a very
Yeah,
loyal, a very sane voice amongst the fans and the community.
yeah.
So we want to welcome him to the channel, and of course, we would like to hear from him. So over to you, Malik Saab. And yes, thank you so much for
Welcome.
coming, Mustafa.
Yes, thank you for coming and thank you for taking out time.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So, my name's Mustafa, and I've been supporting Arsenal since I was a child. I started watching football in 2004, 5, most
Right,
probably because I'm 27 years old. So, the first time I saw Arsenal was around the Champions League match final, Barcelona versus Arsenal.
right.
And from
Barcelona.
there, I started and I grew a cult following for Arsenal. Thierry, Henry, Fabregas, you name the legends, I
Yeah,
saw them. And been through some worse moments as well. The
obviously.
10-2, the
Obviously.
10-2, the 6-0, the
Yeah,
8-2,
yeah, yeah.
the worst one.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's part of a football legacy to have such heritage. I mean, every
I
club
mean,
wants
this
to do
is, I
this.
think this is
Every club
what
which has some heritage and history.
true. So I think this is what makes, what makes your memories. And this is what,
Yeah, obviously.
creates loyalties and
Yes.
everything there. Let's hear from you regarding
Hey,
the match.
also, Malik, let's dive into the segment. So, what do you
Yeah,
make of
sure.
the game? I mean, in entirety of 90 minutes, how do you see this 1-1 result?
Yeah, the super Sunday fixture.
Um, it wasn't fair if I say because see, Pep Guardiola is one of those managers who never play 10 at the back. But
Yeah.
seeing this game, like all 11 players were behind their half at least for almost 70 to 80 minutes. Except for the counter attacks, they had none of their, that attacking flair they used to have. And it's a very big thing for Arsenal to come from the point they were back at 5 years ago to this point. And it shows a testament at what the work Arteta is doing. Even though like he could have done a lot better with the team team sheets and everything, the lineup and everything. Playing three CDMs again, that shouldn't work with the team who was there for the taking. You could have played
Particularly.
Eze or Ethan Waneri to just stay in the middle and play those passes in the pockets.
So I think this is what you touched upon
With
already.
this, I mean, is this
Uh, the starting 11.
Yeah.
The starting 11, the substitutions, the time of substitutions. At home, Arsenal was playing at home. It was, a jam-packed stadium. The crowd was very, very lively. They were very, very loud. I think they had that support with them.
Yeah, obviously,
And
because Emirates for the past few years have been a fortress for Arsenal. The way Arteta has revolutionized and changed the culture in the club and the fans and everything, it's amazing job he's doing. And obviously, having the fans having a 60,000 seat stadium all chanting Arsenal, obviously it gives you a pump to go and
it
perform
does.
it. And then for the
It
fans,
does. But do you think that, although Arteta has, covered a long journey so far,
Mhm.
and, brought Arsenal back till where they're standing at the moment, but do you think he is the right manager that can take them to the glory? Do you think he
Yeah,
is the one?
obviously. Yeah, he is the one because see, for instance, if we go back and hire someone new, even if a more experienced manager,
No,
or let's say Zidane, so the whole thing will start from the zero again. The whole cycle will repeat. He'll want
of
his players
course.
to come in. We can't go back and do the same thing again and again. For the past 5 years, Arteta was building a squad from the deadwoods.
Yeah.
None of the starting 11, only two players from the Unai Emery era are still in the
Yeah.
Arsenal team, and those are Bukayo Saka and Martinelli.
Yeah.
So that shows how much team building he has done in the past 5 years. So obviously, with the passage of time, obviously it's prime time to win a title or trophy, anything for Arsenal. Even though he won the FA Cup, but still, it doesn't count as a major trophy for me.
a lot of speculation is around like Arsenal is being second to none. I mean, second to City or second to Liverpool in all last 3 or 4 seasons they've been there and all about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the picture is Arsenal, Arteta has all its transfer targets. They have secured what they wanted to have in the
Mhm.
team. They've got so many attacking threats. But seeing the game, if as a neutral,
Yeah.
I would be like,
Mhm.
if Arsenal wants to win it the most, they should show the hunger by going gung ho on City because City is not the same team anymore.
Yeah,
They're
obviously.
struggling again, and there is. I think Pep is out of sorts at the moment.
Not at the moment, yes.
I never seen Pep playing five at the back and defensively with defensive mindset and
Yeah.
kind of a. I mean, shut up shop and park the bus and then go counter.
Yeah.
That means something is wrong in City.
Yeah.
So that was the best moment for Arsenal to go and grab the game by
Yeah, finish the job. Yeah.
so the approach, I think, was again by putting Marino in the midfield. It shows a lot. He should have, for me as a neutral, he should have gone with Eze up front and I mean in the wing and let the game create its
Yeah.
own chances. I mean, a lot of game
Obviously.
was played in the sideways. So that was something. I mean, Arsenal fans are also asking questions. So what do you think about this Arteta thing? And I hope him to see a succeed. But 6 years in the
Yeah.
at the helm and the pressure
Yeah.
is mounting on him to deliver the title this year.
Obviously. See, last time when Arsenal faced City at Emirates, it was 5-1, if I remember correctly. It was last year, right? Then in this year, Arsenal's worst, thing is like they can't break a deadlock mid block. That's the worst thing we have right now, and that's why we bought Eze, to counter the mid block and the deep block, to make sure that we have ample opportunities to score the goals. For the past 2 years, we have been scoring a lot on set pieces and corners and everything. But open play goals have been reduced quite a bit. If you see from the Wenger era, all we used to do is tiki taka and one touch and play beautiful football. But with Arteta in the last 2 years, that thing has stopped. The main reason is why because we didn't have any creative players except for Odegaard, and that too, he was having a major slump last season and starting from this season as well. So yeah, Arteta made a mistake not playing Eze or Martinelli because Trossard is past his prime. I don't believe Trossard will work in Arsenal anymore. And if you wanted to play Eze, you could have played Eze in the wing and Marino in the middle. That would might have worked because see, Eze picks the pockets and goes into the pockets too, just like the assist he made. You need the specific 1 point action which can make the change. That's the main thing Arteta missed. And City also changed their style of play against Arsenal, just like Liverpool did. They were also sitting back, and 67% of possession against City is the highest they have dominated against any Guardiola side.
And see,
None
so
of the
this
Guardiola
is
side have the minimum, this 33% of possession.
right. So, I mean,
I think they came for the draw.
he came for the draw, and Arsenal, I think they were still shy. I mean, they should have taken,
Yeah.
taken Manchester City side on, and they should have, perhaps, killed it off in this season. They should have evened what has happened in the past 2-3 years. I think this was the right opportunity for them to, come back. But other than this, the last question that I want to ask you regarding Arsenal is, with the proceedings as the season has started, and we are 5 games down in the season so
Yeah.
far. So where do you think is Arsenal likely to finish? In the table.
It's going to be a very long season. See, because within 5 games into the season, we already had 5 major injuries.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, Saliba, all major players, and
Yeah.
Odegaard as well. So Odegaard is one of the players who starts the press and he's the heartbeat of the team, and he was
Yeah.
playing against City. So he's one of the most important players for Arsenal to play in the aspect they used to play. So obviously it's going to be a long season and most probably top two.
Right.
Hopefully we can finish the first this season or something.
And if there's anything that you can change, as a fan, if you can be heard by the club and that they can make that change on your request, what would that be? What do you think would you like to change in the Arsenal? Either it would be the formation or the game strategy. What would you want to change?
Right now, there's only two things. First, that Arteta should be a bit more, attacking, should show some more intent. And the second would be like they should bring the Ashburton army, the fan base,
Yeah.
because they cut them off, like I guess last year or 2 years ago, and that changed a lot of the atmosphere at Emirates because when they were allowed to
Yeah.
come in and grab the front row of the seats, right, next to the back to the net full side, and they used to make the hostile atmosphere, and that's what make the Arsenal come back, and that's why we scored so many late goals in 2023-24.
Yeah.
It creates a pressure on the opposition as well.
I think we all hope for an exciting season, and especially for Arsenal,
We do.
because
We
we've
do.
been seeing the Premier League for last 4 or 5 years. It's look like another Bundesliga season
Yeah.
unfolding.
And
We just
also
don't want that. We
also the
need that
progress.
competitiveness back,
Yeah.
because I think we must be aware of the fact that Premier League have lost the viewership in last 3 to 4 years. I mean, they've
Yeah.
dropped down, and why? Everybody can see that it's gone. I mean, two
Huh.
clubs have been everything have been roaming around within those circles, and
Yeah.
two clubs are competing with each other. The bar has been, I mean, for me, is a dead rubber. It's already, I mean, proving that you can
Yeah.
watch.
Mhm.
No disrespect to any fans, any football followers, but I think we should need a competitive Premier League.
Yeah,
With
obviously.
all
And
those
particularly
possibilities
for
back in the
Arsenal,
country.
particularly, I think Mr. Avro, I would say, I mean, it's 5 years, 6 years in the making. The build-up has been there. It's going on, and they're improving by every year. When you see the game is improving, the squad
This
is improving. But I think now it's a high time that they, just finish the job. So, coming up in the top three
this should be
would
the.
also not do for me as a fan, as a neutral fan also.
I
It would
think
not do for
coming
me. I
second
think,
coming
yes,
second,
even yes,
Alexa,
even
coming second would definitely see Arteta out.
out, yes.
He has no
So I
other
would
options
I
to
would
lift the Premier League.
definitely want that, when the build up is there, when you have the squad, when you have the talent on ground, and you have the support of the fans, you
Mhm.
should finish the job. They should definitely compete for the title. And now, as Premier League has become, to compete for the title, you need to put up as many goals as you can. This is
Yeah,
not the
obviously.
Premier League of 12, 15 years back, that how it used to be. But now you need to put up as many goals as you can on the scoreboard and defend, while you can. But the Arsenal is missing on this, I think,
Yeah,
and
there
they.
used to be a saying that defend wins you title, but just like Mourinho did in 2022,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
2004, 2005,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
the case anymore.
It's not the case.
You have to score.
Yes, you have to
Have to score at least
The
100 goals
dynamics
just
have
to.
changed.
You
Yeah.
have to score 100 goals just to be, extra show. Okay, yeah, at least you won't be falling down on the goal difference.
And one goal is not good enough, in
I think
Premier League
obviously
anymore.
Even two isn't enough. See,
another
if
thing,
you score two goals,
another thing I would like to add this that they have the one of the best centre forward right now in the mix.
Yeah.
I think I don't see enough supplies to him, so they must
No, they don't. Yeah.
build around him. They must give him the supply. Because
And
he's very
you
lethal in the box.
and he's
That is again,
also,
if once he starts clicking, the goals will come.
yeah, he's not clicked so far. He has the height advantage too. You're right, Mr. Abro. And Arsenal should, they should try to do what Perez used to do, you know, and that is long ball play inside the 18-yard box. Try to find space and try to put him there in the right moment where he can be lethal. So they have done this in the past with Olivier Giroud. So and he was Bentner. He was amazing
yeah.
in the aerial attack. So I think this is something that they should definitely bring back into their game strategy. You're right.
This is something which I think we will see as the season goes on, because the acquisition of Gabriel Hines is back
Yeah.
the backroom staff. His philosophy is controlled chaos and vertical play, and we have already seen how Arsenal have improved playing vertical balls in the few 5 matches in the season. So
Yes.
hopefully, as the team clicks together, gels together, we'll see more of that.
Chale, lovely to have you on our podcast. Great insights, great feedback and analysis on the match.
Of course,
We would love to see you again, hopefully
sure.
within this season, on any other fixture that would come up, worthy enough to be discussed and talked about. But we are grateful for your time and and your contribution to the podcast. If you would like to say anything to your fans, you may please go ahead.
Just nothing. You guys are doing a very great job. I'm
Thank you.
following up on Ramesh Bhai's and the group's
Yeah,
constant updates, and it's a good thing that something good is coming out of Pakistan as well.
Yes, yes. So this is what our,
Yes. Thank you so
expectation
much.
and hopes is.
No issues. No issues.
Right, fans. So I think this is about time.
Thank
We
you
will
so much,
also take
Mustafa.
a leave, at this point.
Yes.
Take good care of yourself and all the people around you. Enjoy football, enjoy life, and we'll see you next week, hopefully, inshallah. Mr. Abro, over to you.
Thank you so much, fans. Keep tuning in. Do subscribe and like our channel. Leave your comments for better encouragement. Of course, we need that comment section bombarded. And of course, keep tuning in. Thank you so much. Till
Thank
the next
you.
week.
Thank you,
Adios.
everybody. Adios. Allah Hafiz.
Love us.